because they export shit. But they made a tanker for the Air Force right now, right? That has a boom. So all of this is just a greater trend to the automation that's coming to everything, right? Like I cannot stress y'all enough. They're going to automate literally everything they can because that way they can be like 25 rich people and have drones that kill us if they uprise in 100 years, 50 years, 25 years, whatever. They're working on that, and it's not a fucking like Peter Thiel literally wants to be a vampire, y'all. They're, you know what I mean? Like it's not even, he wants life extension forever. These people are playing the long game. The new Air Force tanker, the KC-46A or whatever, the one from Boeing, uh, the aircraft tanker, but I'm just mansplaining. I don't fucking care. Neither of you know what the fuck I'm talking about. It has a boom at the end, and the plane comes up and fucking sticks it in, right? Navy tankers use a different one. They use a basket, and the plane has a fucking thing on it, right? But the Air Force ones, you have to stick the fucking thing in, right? So two planes go in the sky, and they dock. They literally dock. Well, for 50-something years, you had a guy that sat at the end of that boom that controlled it, and he looked out the end of the boom with his fucking eyes. He just looked out the end of the boom. You know, they had their cameras on their shit eventually and all this other shit. Do you know what's in the new fucking the Boeing one that's not
Robots.
there? There's not. The guys uses a fucking computer screen and 3D goggles from HD, like from 3D TV in the middle of it. There's no window anymore.
Holy fuck.
So, so now they use shadows. The Air Force uses shadows. The guys doing it to help determine depth and all because the system's weird. And they're about to spend more money. And the best part about this, right, is we constantly keep talking about like we, you know, like I'm about to lose my extended unemployment things at the end of June, right? Which cool. They added the work search requirement. I've got to start looking for a job anyways, right? So it probably won't be much longer before I'm not day job or doing more entertainment stuff or whatever. Shit's going to change for me, right? But they took away that for me, and that sucks for me, but I'll be fine. You know who's not going to be fine? A bunch of single moms who might end up on the street now for it.
Mm-hmm.
But the Air Force knew that this was a problem in that tanker, right? And didn't make Boeing fix it till much later. So now Boeing has to fix it, which, by the way, Boeing got the Air Force to change the contract because the Air Force picked a different airplane. They picked an airplane from Airbus, right? And then the Boeing challenged it and got the United States government to take the contract back and award it to them to build these airplanes.
And cost plus, probably.
And cost plus. Well, this is where it comes into this failure on this, right? Boeing knew it wasn't working as well as it, as it should, right? But the Air Force didn't make them fix it. So now, because the Air Force didn't make them fix it through all the, like the Air Force signed off, hey, this is fine. Now we're paying extra for it to fix it. Yeah.
Oh man.
Which, by the way,
grip that good.
Which, by the way, we've been kicking the can down the road to replace these tankers forever, right? Forever. So, and the KC-46, by the way, one of the requirements, like this comes into, y'all do not understand how big the force projection capability of the United States fucking military is compared to the rest of the world. It is insane. All of our air tankers can double as cargo transports for personnel or supplies, right? And one of the reasons why they're able to do that for long haul flights is they put a palletized bathroom and kitchen set on it, right? And it uses a special set of tracks and it's palletized, right? Well, guess what? The KC-46's tracks are too short for it. They're too narrow. So it can't fit on there. So now, if they're going to put 150 guys on there and fly them to like Saudi Arabia in the middle of the night with a drop of the hat, there's only one bathroom, one airplane bathroom, and one tiny gallery with, you know how you ever heard the thing like the Air Force spent $9,000 on a coffee cup or whatever? No, they spent $9,000 on an electric heating system that is pressurized and won't blow up the fucking airplane at 46,000 feet to heat up soup because guys are in the airplane for 24 hours at a time, right? And they've only made like 46 of these fucking cups ever, right? And the company that makes it's boutique and all. And so it's like one of these things. It's like the military spends so much money wastefully on shit, but then they take the shit and it's like the toilet or the $20,000 toilet. It's like, yeah, because you need a toilet that doesn't sink the fucking submarine, man. But we keep doing these commercialized options for things, right? The new aircraft carrier doesn't have toilets that work right. You know why? Because it's got a commercial style system. It requires more maintenance. It doesn't have a military style system. It's not meant for that many people. We constantly keep giving these companies this money, but I can't have an extra $300 a week if I can't get a good window and door job or whatever. If it doesn't work out, right, I'm going to go down to it's fucking mind-boggling to me that we have people, and I'm sorry I'm talking so much on Memorial Day. I accidentally took an extra Adderall, so I'm fucking talking crazy. But
and I smoked too much weed.
And she smoked too much weed, and Sean don't talk anyways. But
I'm sorry.
It's Memorial Day, and we have this military industrial complex that does all of this shit, right? But we're worried about welfare. We're worried about fucking welfare queens. We're worried about people not wanting to work for fucking $7 an hour. You know what I mean? We took the contract back from a better airplane and gave it to Boeing, and then had to pay extra. We're paying extra to have the toilets work on it. And you know what? Because the Air Force didn't tell Boeing it was going to be a problem. But by the way, I don't know this for sure, but if you watch, I almost guarantee you the most recent 5 chiefs of the Air Force that went to go work for Boeing or Northrop or Lockheed. I'm just going to put that right now. TikTok.
Oh, that never happened. I mean,
Brittany,
like
Brittany, cut this out for TikTok. Hey, TikTok, y'all. I challenge you. Go find the next job for the last 5 people in charge of the Air Force, the Navy, the Joint Chiefs of Staff. Just find the last 5 of them, all of them, TikTok, and tell me who they went to work for when they were done.
If this doesn't go viral, I'm going to be pissed.
Well, let's see how many people comment. Y'all tell me where their fucking jobs are. I'm not going to look it up.
Duet us, stitch us, do it.
Stitch it, duet us.
Rhymes with gravy on.
Yeah.
I mean, this feels very fitting for Memorial Day. Is that just me?
No, I mean, it's fitting for Memorial Day to talk about fucking war profiteers.
Yeah.
It is. You know, have you ever heard of the Afghan papers, Brittany?
No, I think this is the 3rd time you've asked me that. But you've never explained it, I don't think.
Well, because
or if you did, I forgot.
It's a combination of report. It's basically, so you ever heard of the Pentagon Papers?
I've heard of them, yeah.
The Pentagon Papers is the thing that the Woodward and Bernstein thing was, like the Washington Post movie where they like published the shit and the government told me he couldn't do it or whatever. You ever seen the movie The Post?
I haven't seen the movie, but yeah, it sounds
familiar, right? Well,
Ellsberg, Daniel Ellsberg.
You ever heard of the Rand Corporation?
Yeah.
Google the Rand Corporation real quick and pull up their website and screen share it when you get it, Britt. So the Rand Corporation, by the way, is probably the devil, y'all. It's probably just literally evil. I mean, if Satan
they're
exists,
in Santa Monica.
Man, they're all over the place. If Satan exists, the Rand Corporation probably got a fellowship from him or gave him the money for the fellowship. But they also are they're the analytics behind the empire, Britt.
These people?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Objective analysis, effective solutions, right?
Yeah.
They are basically the people that see the shit. This all for the government.
Children and families and communities, cyber data, education and literacy, energy.
These are the people that write the policy papers, that do the math and do the digging and all, that make the bureaucracy work.
Policy
This
experts.
is the real. When you're talking about deep state, don't click on this. Don't blur those people out, please, just in case. They're going to get harassed if we get big or whatever. It's like, look, I can't stress.
They're the people who tell the deep state what to do.
Yes, they're also the people that are the deep state that figure out what the deep state wants to do. They're the ones that make the game plan for the shit, and they also go, "Hey, what happened and why didn't it work?" The Pentagon Papers is the military knew we weren't winning in Vietnam, and it was worse than it seemed, and they lied about it constantly. Well, same thing with Afghanistan. They've been lying about it constantly. Shit's not going right in Afghanistan. It hasn't been going right for a long time because of mismanagement. It's not because, again, this keeps coming into like we do all this, like we say we're gonna do this empire building, like we're not gonna be in the nation building, right? Well, if we actually did it right, here's the thing: we already invaded these fucking countries, right? So we can't take that back. We owe them an obligation to actually do this shit right. You know what I mean? Because we can't go and undo these wars that we did. But you know what we can do? We can undo the fucking damage we did, right? We're not going to.
Yeah, you don't make a lot of money doing that.
There's no money in that.
That's the problem.
There's no money in that. There's no money in giving Afghan villagers goats and training on the goats in veterinary care and giving them basic supplies. But there is a shit ton of money in building a state-of-the-art veterinary firm that no one knows how to use. Everything's in English. The equipment's all out of date or because it was ordered 10 years ago, but also it's like it requires all the electricity in the world to run and shit in a place that has no electricity. And by the way, there's no money to guard it. because that's what we
Yeah.
do. The Irish give them sheep and teach them how to make sure the sheep, like, give them more sheep to replace the ones that the Irish NGOs give them sheep and goats and shit to make up for the ones that we blow up from the fucking sky and go, hey, here's some basic meds and shit. And it's kind of like, because it's one of these things is like, you're in the fucking mountains in Afghanistan. If you get appendicitis, you're probably not going to get medical attention. The goat's not getting its appendix taken out. You know what I mean? You don't need an operating table for goat in Afghanistan. They're just going to kill the goat and eat it. It's not the fuck, you know what I mean? It's not, there's no emergency vets in Afghanistan. So building an emergency vet clinic for fucking $48 million is a waste of money. And then it just gets taken over by the fucking Taliban anyways.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's what we do. We spend all that money and then we'll have Americans die to defend that place that we built that no one's ever going to use.
Yeah.
Instead of doing it, and you'll have this done because this is, again, it's just it's that managerial class in this country that just decide something's done. You've all had it at work. You've had a big boss just decide something's going to be different. And there's no fucking reality, does not matter. Just get it done.
Yeah.
Make it happen or whatever, right? Well, they do this shit with fucking people's lives in Afghanistan, Iraq, fucking more countries than I can get. We're in so many countries with active military shit. I don't remember how many we are in, and I don't want to, it's like, it's insane. We're in more than we're not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can't even be sure we don't have active military presence in like North Korea. You know what I mean? Like, we might literally be in every country on earth.
Gotta
Yeah.
be close to really. How many
you know,
military bases are there?
again, you know what? I challenge the TikTok because I'm challenging y'all fuckers today. Tell me where we're not at. Find a country on earth that does not have a United States active military presence at, that's not China or Russia or like Belarus.
Hashtag
You know what I mean?
conservative hype house.
Close your eyes and cover up your ears. This ain't the message that you came to hear, but I can't help it if I just don't care. I don't want to be a billionaire.